staying busy, but is our busy actually being production? You know, we tend to be, no, I'm busy, I can't make it. And what is it that you're doing? So if we don't block off time to be proactive and doing things and block our time, is I mean, you can pass victim number one. I'm doing something, and if sometimes we're working, she goes, Iris, we're completely off, let's get back on, because we all have ADD. I think there's something in the Miami air that we all have ADD. So we have to start being conscious of what we're doing and blocking off time. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and since you guys know who he is, I'm not gonna play it. I think it's an amazing thing. I'm gonna end up sending it in the video in our chat, and obviously give the invitation through our chat. Okay. So we're almost at the end of this year. It's flown. That's why I wanted to name this workshop Finishing Strong. Okay? Finishing Strong is something that goes back with what I'm telling you guys. We have to be cautious of our times and what we're doing with it, right? So money is everywhere. Money is everywhere. We just need to be cautious of pinpointing the opportunities. What I mean with that is, number one, your time management, blocking off the time. And the first thing I try to do in the morning, and sometimes I use my mornings and I send it to Nancy again, which one of my favorite people here in my life. But if you wake up in the morning and just pick up your phone, and I'm saying pick up your phone after you do your morning routine, and hopefully we all have one, you know, whether it is nourishing your mind, whether it's going to the gym, or both, right? Pick up your phone and send 10 messages, 10 text messages to a friend, a family. Hey, I just wanted you to know that I was thinking about you, something nice, something positive. And I think when you do that in the morning, it replicates back to you. So 10 people in the morning, send 10 texts. And sometimes they respond to me and it's 10 o'clock and I can't respond, but I sent it out. It's out there, you know? And believe it or not, those 10 people know what you do, hopefully, know that you're in real estate. And eventually, as you do this every day, somewhere along the line, someone that you're texting is gonna refer someone to you.
Do you think the first line of the person, will you have it in your contact list, or whoever random?
I go through my phone and I think of people, random people, whether it's a client that I closed years ago, whether it's my kid's doctor, whoever, your past trainer, whoever. Hey, I was just thinking about you. What's going on with your life? It's an opening conversation, you know? What's going on with your life? That all comes back to you, okay?
Opening back the door.
It's like, yeah, you want people not to only know you because of what you do, but because of the person you are. You guys remember that sales starts from the inside. Sales starts from what essence you leave with people. So the more you're likable, the more you're human to people, the more they're gonna gravitate towards you. So just doing that alone, if you guys are consistent with 10 texts every single day, right? You don't have to do it Saturday and Sunday, but if you remember someone Saturday and Sunday, might as well do it. Whatever, like, your heart has to lead you, right? And then if you do that constantly for the whole year, I can guarantee you're gonna get one deal a year at least from something that's so simple that you took 10 minutes to do one morning, okay? Number two, what goes a long way? Social media. We love to be on social media. We like to see everyone's life, but we're not liking people's posts. We're not commenting on people's posts. You understand? Like, if you see a post, my son is graduating from school, send them a quick comment. Hey, congratulations to your son, boom, boom, boom. They know, because I look at my comments. I try to. And I know who are my real friends, who are the people that are going to think about me when it comes to do business. So we have it in the palm of our hands. We are just busy looking and not being proactive in clicking the hearts and responding messages. I can guarantee you're going to get, clients like that back, or people asking you questions about real estate. It's not just show up on social media. Let me show up on social media and let me give them content. And here I'm looking at everyone's story and I'm not interacting. That's why every time I get a message and someone says something positive, I write back to them, thank you. Or I say, thank you likewise. Acknowledge people. People like to be acknowledged the same way we like to be acknowledged. Okay? That's how to leverage. That's where the leveraging comes in, the power of influence in person or a situation achieve a particular outcome. You want an outcome eventually because we all want outcomes from everyone. Like the pictures, comment on the pictures, okay? That's gonna get you people. This is what I just spoke about. How can we leverage existing and past clients? Get involved. What is it that you like? I go to the gym. Everyone in my gym knows that I do real estate. All of them. All the girls know that I do real estate. I'm actually trying to recruit 3 realtors, which I didn't even know I had in my group. But I started doing this homework because I saw it in the park as I was running. One of the motivators said, do that. And you know what? I did it 2 weeks ago, and it worked. And they're going to come to see us, and they're going to come to our office. And it's incredible. If I don't open conversation, if I would do what I've done for all my life, which is my headphones and my own little, I got involved in the HIT class in the morning. So now when I see the HIT people go to the main section, I go. I can't do half of the stuff because they're all young, and it's like these CrossFit, and my knee is hurt and my back hurts and everything hurts, but I'm there, and I make jokes about it, and it's just like, I'm here, I'm there, and they acknowledge that, right? There is a system that Adrian and I, with this new platform for Sync, has that I don't think anyone's is taking advantage of. We have so many tools in our hands, and they're just sitting pretty, and we're not doing anything with it, right? So I told Adrian, I want to start farming an area, which I actually want to start doing for luxury homes. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to start going towards high-end properties. That's one of my goals before the end of the year, to have at least 3 listings over I wouldn't say $1.5 million. That's my goal. So there's a program called Vortex, right? And Vortex is a program that basically, with a listing that you get from the internet in the area that you want, just put the address or go to the map section, cross it out, find the property, and talk to the agent. Hey, I see that you have a listing at so-and-so street. Can I advertise it for you? And use it as your farming area, okay? Vortex gives you all the renters that are within that listing. Because if you're renting and you're not the owner, but you're in a high-priced area, you're paying a lot of rent. So the idea is to hand-in-hand work with a lender, come up with a proposal of that property that you're going to promote, and show and illustrate through your marketing via text, emails, and postcards, if you want to do them, that they can also buy. Because people don't do things sometimes because they don't know, right? Or they don't know, or they're lazy, or they think it's too hard. So with this, you can text them, you can email them, you can door knock. Hey, I'm not sure, I'm so-and-so, I've been sending you texts. Hey, I'm so-and-so, I've been sending you emails. I would probably start with text, email for like 2 or 3 weeks, so that when they see the face, when they click it, they remember, oh, so-and-so, is the same person that took her time to come here to my house to explain to me, because I'm throwing away my money to purchase. So they're going to listen to you because you're bringing something positive to them, right? So that's one of the main things that when I said, wow, I'm a new agent, I don't have business, where do I start? Beautiful website, beautiful platform, but do I know how to use it? Probably not. So grab someone in the office, whether you want to work alone, which I don't suggest you do, because we all need community in our lives. We need someone in our life to push us when we're slacking, to push us, to hold us accountable. So with that being said, group yourself with someone that's as hungry as you. Don't, you guys are here and I know you're hungry. So guess what? When I start doing my stuff and I start getting my deals, guess who I want to work with? The people that show up. Even though it rained, you defeated the rain. You're here. You want to work. So I'm going to work with you guys. So choose wisely who's going to be on your team, you know? And then one of them follows up on the SMS, on the emails. The other one gets the postcards ready. And if you're going to do teams, take pictures together. People like that. People like, hey, this is a team. We're here to help you. We're here to show you how to do this and not throw away X amount of money. You know, the lender also. Not that the lender's going to go probably with you, but information here. This is what you can do. This is a down payment you need. This is a scenario. Your scenario is not particularly this one, but we are more than glad to give you a Zoom meeting so that we can discuss how to get this done for you. There's so much money in the street, but we sit and we wait. You know, I saw an analogy the other day, and there's 3 types of people, and it was so funny because there was a chair, right? And the chair is the problem. The chair is the procrastination. The chair is the not wanting to do anything. And then you have the person that passes by and just looks at the problem, looks at what they're supposed to do, and just keeps on going and never does it. And the other type of person is the type of person that looks at the problem and is scared and runs away from it. And there's another type of person that sees the problem, sees how to get it, and just sits there. And sits there until they figure out how they're going to make it happen. And those are the agents that are going to make it happen. The agents that sit down, buckle down, educate themselves to get this stuff, you know, executed. Okay? With the NAR thing, 89% of the real estate agents usually drop off within the first year. With this whole NAR thing, is going to go up in the 90% or more. Why? Because fear is the killer of all dreams. It's that voice in your head that says that you can't do it. It's that voice that you self-sabotage yourself even before giving yourself the opportunity to do things, to try. So one of the worst calls that I'm getting now, believe it or not, and I hate these calls. I get the agents calling me saying, hi, I am so-and-so. Is your property listed at available? Yes, it's in the MLS. It's available. So do you think I can show it at such and such time? I go, sure, just send me a text with your business card. I'll go ahead and be happy to arrange this for you. Oh, and my third and final question, is the seller paying any real estate commission? Oh, I was like, I get it, but don't ask that. Don't ask that. You know why? Because that showed me that that agent is full of fear. That agent probably hasn't had that agreement signed with their client, right? So if you can explain to your client that they have to sign an agreement to compensate you for your services, then you know what? I think that you don't deserve to get a commission. You're either going to be a property presenter where you're going to walk in and you're going to show a property like before and expect to get paid, or you're going to go in and you're going to be a property negotiator. You get me? So we want to be property negotiators. You need to, if you can't negotiate your own commission and you cannot give your clients the reasoning why they're hiring you, what makes them think that you're going to negotiate anything for them? Like I would run the other way. So that in itself is a whole topic that if you don't ground yourself and you don't get around the right people that help you present this to your clients and give you the negotiating skills to be able to get that money, we're going to work for free. I'm not going to work for free, you know? So definitely when you do these things, it's all education to your client, whether it's a buyer or a seller. This has changed. The only thing that has changed is I represent you and the seller is represented by their agent. And we are responsible for each other's representations, for our own representation, you know? So the reason why I want to do this is because I want people that want to work. I did it for a reason. I told the agent, we're going to do this in office. I don't want to do Zoom. Because if you're still in your house, and I'm old school. Ask Nancy. I hate when people tell me I'm working from home. I can't work from home. I sit in my computer at home and I tried it. The moment, the laundry, la secadora, beep, I need to go take out I need to do this. The dog needs to go outside. It's not the same. It's not, I mean, if you have time to do that, I get it. And we all have our things to do. But if we are cautious of our time and we block off time, at 9 o'clock, I'm going to start and I'm going to plan my day. Actually, your planning should start from the day before. But you get here, you start executing. There's no way that people are not making money. The street is full of money and opportunity. And if we don't start changing ourselves from the inside and walking with confidence and explaining with confidence, go get a 9 to 5. I don't care if you're selling a car. I don't care if you're selling a boat. Like, if you're a salesperson, you're selling you. You're selling your ability to negotiate on behalf of someone. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is fire. Fire, so that we can start consciously looking at what we're doing. I think that's the number one thing. And with that comes so many other opportunities, because each client is a relationship, whether you can help them now or you can link them with someone to help them, that you create this circle of business with. Half of the times when I'm talking to someone, I'm already thinking in my mind, how can I help this person? This person, I'm going to link up with this one because they need it. It's just the way I function. So if we're always looking at people as an interested factor and stop being interesting, okay? Because just think about it. A simple conversation. Oh my God, my son is going to school and the third grade teacher is a pain and this and this and that. The person that's receiving my complaints about what I'm talking about, you know what they're going to do? They're going to stand there and they're going to say, oh yeah, you know that my son and this, or my daughter or someone with, and they're going to try to link their similar situation, but they're not going to feed you any type of advice of what your problem is. So in sales, you have to be interested and stop being interesting. When we go get these listings, we go get the listing and we start talking to the client. Oh, how many bedrooms? Obviously, it's know your client. I want to know my client. I want to know how many kids he has. I want to say, oh my God, that picture's beautiful or whatever. Oh, the little dog, whatever. It's all about them. But what happens when the agent goes? They see and they start talking about themselves, and they spent 1 hour and a half explaining to the seller about their life, instead of listening, executing, and getting out. There's going to be time for them to know who you are. There's going to be time for them to elaborate, for you to elaborate on a different level. But at the beginning, I used to do it all the time, and I had the sales coach, and that was the first thing. Iris, don't talk about yourself. Be interested. Stop being interesting. There's going to be a time and a moment where you can be interesting. So there's a lot of, if you guys have any listings, if you want to come up with a game plan and actually put this into work, set a time aside, 1 hour. Send me an email. I want to sit with you 1 hour, you and Adrian. And Adrian will show you exactly how to do it. We were going to go into it today, but since we started late, I'd rather not. But if you're really interested and you want a business plan moving forward that consists of everything that I talked to you guys today, call me and let me know. Send me an email. I mean, we're here to make money. We're not here to look pretty on Instagram and give all this content to the whole world and my pocket's hurting because I think I'm going to become famous.
At least I want to sell like 2-3 properties a month. That's my goal. I don't want to ask for 5 because maybe it's too much, but 2-3, that's a must.
This is the place to do it. Because this gives you a list, and if you call 20 people per day, the conversion rate is 1 to 3%. If you call 100 people per week, that's 2 to 3 appointments per week. At the end of the month, there's no reason why anybody who's consistently doing this 5 days a week, some people do it 7, some people do it 2, but if you do it 5 days a week, there's no reason at the end of the month, you should not close at least 3 to 5 deals a month.
Yeah. So
It's numbers, math doesn't matter.
you know what I started doing a while ago? I started doing 2 things. I started writing, what did I do since I woke up in the morning? Man. And then I got my phone and I looked at Instagram, the activity. I was spending 3 hours on Instagram a day. That's a whole lot of time. Imagine if I was spending 3 hours calling and doing what I was supposed to do. Or yeah, I could be on Instagram an hour, but let me interact with people. You're there just looking at stories, laughing. And I saw a lady the other day. I want to go to Africa in December. And obviously when you want to do something and you say it out loud, I don't know how the heck the phones know, and you start getting reels and you start getting stories all about what you want to do. So I actually texted someone. I said, man, your trip looks awesome. I'm looking to go. The lady is from Korea. And 2 days later, she responded to me. And we have like this whole conversation, and now she's asking me, what do you know, I see you do real estate. How is the real estate market in the United States? I go on, particularly from Florida, it's super hot. You want to move here? You know? So if you see something, send a text.
Yeah.
If you're on there, might as well use it for something, right? So
If you guys really want to help, literally what she's been speaking in the last 30 seconds, I just gave you an entire list of the whole Aventura for sale by owners in 30 seconds. I can export this in the next 30 seconds, and 2 minutes after that, I can have it in my CRM, and that's why my CRM has 22,000 contacts in 2 days. Because you just gotta put your time to it. It really does not take a long time once you learn it. It's super fast.
So the main reason I'm exporting it to the CRM is for the email blast and
Email
text
blast,
blast.
SMS, and when you call them, it's basically it's customer relationships management program. You manage your entire relationship with them. You put notes in there. 3 children, date of birth, like you go. If I was in the open the day, by the way, how's your kid doing? You know, like how did he know that? I told him that 2 years ago.
listen, and not only that, when you guys sit down with me on a one-to-one, I'm not going to ask you to cold call someone without knowing anything. When you make this call, you need to invest at least 5 to 10 minutes on educating yourself. Especially if it's a for sale by owner, you want to know when they bought, what mortgage they currently have, so that when you call that for sale by owner, you know, and that for the most part, they're going to say, oh, wow, how did you know that? Like, it's all public records. And a lot of buyers, believe it or not, don't know that it's public record. So you tell them, listen, I know that you're selling your house and it's a for sale by owner. You know, you're selling it by yourself because you probably don't want to pay any real estate commission. How about if I can get you the price that you want and you know, and still factor in, have my commission factored in, you know? There's so many things that can happen to a for sale by owner. And for the most part, I want to say about 70% give up and end up giving their house to a listing agent. So that's where you want to be. You might get a no the first time, you might get a no the second time, the third time, but eventually they're going to listen to you. I'm going to have, hopefully soon, because I sent them a text yesterday, Alexis to talk about objection. When FSBOs call you, what you can say and what you could incorporate as an objection response to them. So I texted him yesterday. I know he was busy today because it was like really fast. But I'm going to set up something with him so that he can come and he can talk to us a little bit about that.
So on IMAP, see what she's talking about? She I already tied up there, that's why I was gonna get it so quick. Other than, no, this is on your MLS. Look how much information, this is my house. Look how much information there is here. My property, 336 is my mortgage, 2.9%.
Yeah.
So when you generate the Redix, the answer is, short answer is yes.
Okay, so find out which are the properties where the owner has died. So if you find that and you start building a rapport with the attorneys, hey, I'm so-and-so with Sync Brokerage. I specialize in probate deals where we sell the property if there's anything that needs to be done.
I never did this.
But we're gonna teach you. So if that's something that you like, all we have to do is present ourselves.
Yeah.
Set up the meeting and I'll go with you. You know, there's so much money out there that I wish I had 72-hour days, honestly. And it requires the effort, it requires the time and the pull through. Because if you start doing it and then you say, oh, it's not working the first month, and you leave it, it's like you never started it. So once you start something, stay consistent. It's eventually gonna work, you know? We're so used to the instant gratification for everything. You want something, Prime has it in your house the next day. You need to charge your devices, boom, you have fast battery chargers. Like, you have everything, and we're so used to the band-aiding, and when you own your own business, it doesn't come right away. It comes with persistence and consistency on everything, on every sale.
Here's one of the lists. I do this myself. I'm calling these people. I'm trying to, get my foot in the door. When you go through the names here, eventually, probate is a lot less, but there are some that will say estate. You'll see EST. I just gotta find it. But eventually here in the name, it'll say EST of and the name. DNC, do not call. DNC.
Yeah, you can't call the ones that say
You will
DNC.
get fined and it is not cheap. You could call the landline.
You can go to their house.
You could do that.
It doesn't say do not knock. If it's a good deal, like super good that the numbers are there, I told them, you get me, and we drive there and we knock. And we leave them a little papelito with handwritten. Listen, this is what's going on. We really want to talk to you and help you. It's over 27 years of experience. Boom, and leave it there. And little by little. But you have to do a combination of a lot to get.
Because they register their phone, do not call list. But if they have 5 phones under their name, because of whatever reason, then they only register 2. I can still call this cell phone.
That's what I'm gonna know. The ones that do not say do not call.
You can't call
those. Those that don't have that do not call.
Correct.
they're able to. You
You can. You are.
It's only those that are registered.
Correct. Correct.
This one here, let's say I look at this house and their foreclosure, they went to foreclosure in 22, we're already in 24. This house was bought in 2006 for 723. They probably had a mortgage, let's say 400,000. They might be getting foreclosed for 200,000. There's a lot of equity in the house. But there's a do not call number on there. Guess what? I'm gonna come pick up Iris and Iris, let's go. But I'm gonna do my research first, so Iris and I leave the office.
Yeah, you're gonna, especially if it's close. I like that one. Especially if it's close. If it says it's a pre-foreclosure, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to the other system. I'm gonna see if that list pendants was resolved or not. Because when I call them or when I get there, I go, listen, you have a pre-foreclosure. If it's still active, I just want to find out. Listen, I specialize in helping people. Did you know that it's 20 days from the day that you get served from the list pendants, so you have to respond. Did you respond? And that gets your foot in the door. But you go with knowledge of a conversation that you've already studied. You can't go there and just go, oh, I'm so-and-so. Can I sell your house? No. We need to go with facts. We know this and this and this, and this is the way you can come out of it. Show them the problem, give them the solution right away. And most of that, you'd be surprised how many people out there don't know. Don't genuinely know. Like, it's crazy.
We're gonna set up the dialer. There's a dialer in the system in Vortex. You can come here on a laptop, hit the dialer, and you just start calling people. Those 20 calls you're gonna do quickly, and you're done for the day. If you're sticking to that quota, 20 calls, 20 calls, 20 calls, 20 calls at the end of the month, maybe not the first one, who cares? But the second month, you got 5 deals, and the month after that, you got 2. You made your quota for the month before.
But it's not even just the call. It's SMS.
Yeah, there's a lot
It's
more to
email.
do, but
It's call. It's door knock.
What about if we want to hire somebody and train that person to make the calls for us? Like instead of making 20 calls, we can make like 100 calls.
Do you know the quote?
What do you mean with the quote?
No one can do it.
¿Cómo es? El ojo del, ¿cómo es? El amo del, like, if you're the business owner, you have to know how to do every single part of your business. Until you
Because I know that
Don't-
talking. In Spanish, yeah, but in English, I don't
listen to me, that's a self-limitation you just put out in the universe about yourself.
No, but I mean,
Listen,
the way
I have people that don't know English, 0, that are getting listings and that they're calling. And they have an accent beyond what I just heard. So that limitation, you just put it onto yourself. Your brain, by you saying that, you actually believe that. No, you believe it. You believe it because you said it.
That type of thing.
You want me to tell you something? The average person is gonna see it like, wow, she's uncomfortable. She's willing to put herself uncomfortable to try to get my business. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because it's easy. Es fácil hablar en español because it's your first language, and you're gonna be able to express. Pero una persona que genuinely like sees the value in people, they're gonna be like, shit, you know, she took the struggle, the time, and to try to, you know, convince me to talk to
No,
me.
I mean, I can explain myself very good in English, but sometimes I miss that type
Practice.
of words and technical, like, you know.
This is the best.
Let me ask you a question.
whatever.
If I go to the gym and I look at the weights, am I gonna get muscles? No. I have to lift them up
Yeah.
to get muscles. You need to do it. It's all a practice. If you don't get yourself uncomfortable and you don't get yourself to doing things, it's not gonna happen. You're just gonna be in, then you're gonna rely on that person to do the calls for you. That's what I'm saying. This is your business. Get yourself uncomfortable. Get yourself used to handling objections. Get yourself in the position of you training the person who's gonna call on your behalf because they're gonna be an extension of you. You get me? It's the same thing. Everything in life, if you don't do, you don't get. Because I can stare for years and years at weights. I'm not gonna get muscles. I won't. So you need to stop. No more fear. That limitation that you have on yourself, out. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. You know? So listen, when I first started doing videos, I was so afraid of talking. I was so cautious of, and I still am cautious of what I look in the camera. I'm super cautious of it. But I'm getting better because I allow it to be aired. Like, I'm not happy with it, but I don't care, put it. And you know what? I always get positive I mean, you get the haters, but you get more positive than you do of the bad. So, you know what? They're not affecting my pocket. My limitation is affecting my pocket and my growth. And I'm not allowing that anymore. So it's uncomfortable, but it's where you have to be in order to grow.
Yeah.
In order to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. Especially if you own your own business, and you do. So you're your own boss. Y como dice Nancy, I'm a bad bitch. She always says, you're a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. Everyone is what they want to be, you know?
You
So,
don't
I
think
like
that,
that. I'm not it.
claro. Si tú no te vas a hacer como la última Coca-Cola en el desierto, no one's gonna do it for you. And desafortunadamente, we're living in a society where people tend to treat you the way you allow them to treat you.
Ah, yeah. No, that, for example, I don't let anybody to disrespect me or pull me down. No, because I have that type of character. I'm very strong and I have big personality. But sometimes the way I want to say things, maybe it's not the proper way because the English is not my first language.
Yeah.
So I rather
she
like
speaks
talk.
beautifully. I can't even love the accent.
Oh,
I love the accent.
really?
And the raspy.
You sound like Sofia Vergara.
You sound really good.
Mama,
Y mucha
you know what? Use that.
Yeah.
You know what? Success is built for the strongest people, the ones that can stand and withhold criticism. Like, you have to have thick skin and not care about anything else. Because at the end of the day, the people that have negative comments about you just say so much about them, not about you.
It talks more about them
It's
than
usually
it
the
talks
ones that
about
do
you.
It's usually the ones that are doing nothing. Absolutely.
Exactly.
You know?
Because they were not going to be criticizing you or going above you.
So schedule, send me an email. I'm here next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I won't be here Thursday and Friday. But the office is going to be open. The videos is going to be playing. Adrian will be here for the most part because he wants to see the thing. He's going to go to LA the following week to be able to really ingest the whole system over there to help everyone that needs help. And hopefully he's going to come on with us at another level as well. So I'm hoping to keep him here. So
For sure.
we can have separate teams, and I want to help you guys make money, because if you guys make money, you're not going to leave real estate. You're not going to be that 3% that's going to leave, you know? So let's take advantage of, and one of the reasons why I decided to go to Sync from the get-go is because I had the experience of doing this for myself, but I never had a platform. You get me? I never had, like, I can show you how you're supposed to be, how, you know, the old school, which is the essence, the me person, the being able to portray, the how to look at opportunity. But with this is like on steroids. Like I said, I promise you, the system is on steroids. Like if I use my old ways and I collide it with this thing that I think it's like a steroid, because my God, if
That's the new era.
the real estate agent that's not making money with this in their hand, it's like, dude, go work somewhere else, 9 to 5. That's what you're destined to do. Make sure you do the best at it, because I think that you have to be the best at whatever you do. You're gonna clean floors, you better be the best at cleaning floors. You're gonna flip burgers, you're gonna do the juiciest burgers. But it's all within the person, you know? So send us a I wish everyone else would have been here, because I know that they were coming, but the rain ruined everything. But like I said, you guys made it here, and it just shows me who is going to be successful and who's going to make it and who wants to make it. So I appreciate you guys for coming. I hope both of you are here next week, Wednesday and Thursday, during the